Today's adventure begins with the sounds of heavy traffic over that tree line, the Florida Turnpike. The sunrise is beautiful, beginning a 9-day trek on the back roads. Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. Prepare thyselves for some serious Americana as I trek from here, this particular spot, back to my home in Southern California, but not before venturing into some areas that I have never been and that are not filled with crowds, theme parks, major attractions, off the beaten path, if you will. I've been looking forward to this throughout the holiday season, which is a lot of fun. But sometimes it's nice to just decompress. We are a couple days into 2020. The new year has reared its head, and it's time for a new series. I'm inviting you to join me over the next 9 days and 9 states. Shall you? Now, it will change a bit. There is no exact path, but from this perspective from the atlas, just show you I'm starting right around there and then kind of up through this section, making my way into the panhandle, which is designated here, and then later this evening stopping right on the state line, and more or less could be anywhere in that section. I would imagine at some point back in the day the skating rink was very popular. It's since closed its doors. The retro sign still remains, wishing someone a very happy birthday. That wheeled shoe has a roof on it. Also on the outskirts of Inverness is this establishment, which I also believe is not open. Pretty good mural though. The turkey and a deer and some other animals around the lake. This is still in operation. The look of it is very nostalgic. There you go. Pink elephant with glasses on and glooming eyes, staring at me. I see an automobile or two driving down Florida Avenue, which is where I'm heading northbound. I'm noticing some little burrow holes here. Quite a few of them scattered through the terrain. Something's under the ground. On the property of the Citrus Springs Medical Center. It's like hundreds of these little piles. Could easily be mistaken for ant beds, but they're not. Cruising through Dunellen now, a bustling little tiny community. That sums up the landscape in this area. I just noticed a sign that this side street is on the National Registry of Historical Districts. Fire department. Very quaint. A place where time stands still, or in this case, doesn't exist at all. Continuing on a ways, noticing this giraffe looming over the thoroughfare. Got a pretty good perspective from way up top. And a stethoscope around your neck. A very long neck, I might add. He's a doctor. Under the silhouette of the sun, next to this pasture, are some very interesting domes It almost looks like the brick goes up to make up the roof line. Lots of weeds growing through. You don't see these every day. Quite a bit of peace and quiet through this section. That's the look behind and forward. About to pop into Morriston. Straight ahead. You have to look really closely. It's very grown over. There's a few homesteads back in there. Even a satellite dish in the yard. If you look on the far left, a truck, a broken down truck. Oh wait, that's a broken down car. Back in the woods. Back onto a wider road space, but still not heavily traveled. Just cruising right along. No potholes, which is nice. Former service station still standing. Little stop off point for travelers. Something about these little downtown areas. Whatever was here most likely burned down. I'm in Williston. Established back in 1914, this bank has gone through a couple different names. Fascinated by the glass blocks the side of the wall. Tucked away back here is an unused portion of the town. But if these walls could talk, they could tell some stories. The public library also used to be a bank up until 1991. Still has the night depository box on site. Looks as if the high school has been moved, but this is where it used to be. Surprisingly, the door is wide open. And no signs stating to keep out or off the premises. Just a quick little peek inside the gym. Very interesting. You almost can't miss this. Right off the side of the road. A very large headstone. baby pines. No longer train tracks running beside it, but this is the depot. Now the Chamber of Commerce. As I stood over there, I noticed the back end of the property is this small building. But what is its use? First thought was a public restroom, but upon closer investigation, I don't believe that's the case. There is a section where you could utilize the facilities. However, bars? No placard or signage. A jail cell. Be my best guess. Not only the rusted out metal roof on this one, but what really caught my eye was the design. And next to the windows and the corner pieces. Etched into the facade itself. Drove for just a bit more and now have arrived at Fort Fanning. And just past this is something amazing. No, not that washed up boat that you can take a peek at through those two pillars, but the historic Swanee River that bridge goes over. There is a warning. It says drop off. Originally called Palmetto, the fort was renamed in honor of Colonel Alexander Campbell Wilder Fanning, who passed away in 1846. Made of real wood and situated in a warm, humid climate, remnants of the actual fort have long disappeared. It's a tight walkway to get a better peek. Only like a few inches. At other times, you can tell where the railroad tracks used to be. Example, in the town of Cross City, they've converted theirs into a walkway and bike path. You can faintly see in the top corner where the name of the community signage used to be. It's since fallen off. The water tower and City Hall. This tree is completely engulfing the road overhead. Good thing that doesn't work, because that ant bed would have gotten soaked. Did you know there's a Salem, Florida? In fact, there is. The words read, groceries, meats, ice cream, dairy products, fishing supplies. Shaw's Grocery. Certainly seen better days. The neon's been removed. You can see where it was with the holes they're mounted in the side. That is indeed a relic. And just down the trek a bit, located in Perry, outside of this decaying establishment, is this beauty. Vintage advertisement alert over there, painted on the brick. No date stamp that I can see. It looks like it's been there for quite some time. The pillars on the building at the end is something you do see in a lot of the town square style areas. We're now dipping into the Apalachicola National Forest. Is a serious amount of pine trees. Row after row after row after row after row after row after row. And now, leaving it. The Ochlockonee River, I believe is how it's pronounced. Whoa. Automobiles over my head. Not sure where this leads. I'm gonna find out. The pine cone, very prevalent in this neck of the woods. The woods, pine cone. Go back home. So youthful. Ground chuck, $2.49 a pound at Piggly Wiggly in Bristol. It's a grocery store. Haven't seen one of these in a while. classic. Where normally there would be another shop on Main Street is a courtyard with a gazebo. I'd say there was a storm through here in the not so distant past. That's going to do it for today. Tomorrow, into another state. If you're new here, please subscribe by doing so. It helps keep you in the loop and up to date on future uploads here on this channel. Take it a step further, ring that notification bell. And if you enjoyed this particular episode, give it a big thumbs up. It lets me know you care. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.